Hello everyone and welcome to the 5th episode of the Hotlapping series that I've got here on YouTube on the Hotlapper YouTube channel. Today we've got a proper track car. It's the Porsche 911 GT3 RS and it's pretty much a favourite of everyone's. The exciting thing is it's got the Porsche 911 Turbo to try and beat, so it's kind of like a family rival. But how much better will it do if it does better at all? Obviously it's the RS model and they tend to be the quickest and they're actually made for the track, so realistically it probably is going to take the top spot, but just by how much? Well, keep watching to find out. Right, so let's take a quick look at the leaderboard, and as you can see we've got 56.9 to beat, and that was set by the GTR and the 911 Turbo S. So let's start the practice laps. It's in a lovely colour as well, this Porsche. And as you can see, like with all Porsches, they get off to a brilliant launch. And on the first corner, cold tyres, kind of having to go left and right on the steering wheel, and it's a bit slippy, but I assure you this change is pretty quick. What can I say about the 911 GT3 RS? Well, it's just pretty damn good, as you'd expect. It's a famous car in the driving community. Everybody loves it. It just does what it's supposed to do. It's light, it's powerful, and it can usually take on cars much more powerful and much more expensive than itself, because it's just made for driving, it's made for speed. It's the perfect driving car, to be fair. And yeah, this is the bit you saw at the beginning of the video. I don't know what happened, just lost the back end. I don't know if the tyres wasn't warm enough yet or what, but that's what happened. But we're straight back on track and flying down the straight. So yeah, we'll leave it there and we'll go straight to the hot lap now. So here we go, and just keep note of how much more closely we're racing with that Ghost on this 8th lap. It always seems to be lap 8 where I seem to get the fastest lap. That's a bit weird, but on a few of these videos now it's always lap 8. I don't know what it is. But we're much more close to that Ghost, which means we're going much more faster, and it's obviously just the more you get used to the car, the quicker you can go, and obviously you find better lines or better ways to approach the line. So with the Porsche, obviously you've got that massive wing at the back, so you've got plenty of downforce. The engine's in the back, which everyone pretty much knows about in the 911, so you've got a balance to this car that's unlike anything else, and you can just really sweep through the corners, and you can keep your nose where you want it to be pointing, so you keep it pointing either towards the apex or towards the corner exit, and you just plant your foot and it always goes where you want. That's just the brilliant thing about this car. Like I say, it's a driver's car and that's exactly what you want. And that lap gives us a 53.3, so obviously it's at the top of the leaderboard there by quite a large margin. I didn't really expect anything less. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. It's like over 3 seconds quicker than the Porsche 911 Turbo S, which is 4-wheel drive, but obviously it's more of a road car where this is more of a track car, so this is going to have the competitive edge, and it's obviously going to be able to whack out a faster lap time. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that, so let's go and take a look at the leaderboard. Well, there we go, another Porsche at the top, the 911 GT3 RS with a 53.3 seconds, and that's quite a large margin above any other car, isn't it? But we've got to remember that's the only proper true track car. The 911 Turbo S and the GTR, they're kind of like supercars, which are still road cars at the end of the day. They're not made for the out-and-out speed. And obviously the Type R Civic and, well, both the Civics and the Fiesta ST, they're not going to have a chance to beat a Porsche on the track, are they? Let's face it. So the question I put out to everybody now is, what car do you want to see go against the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, or what car would you like to see on the leaderboard at all? I mean, it's all relative, really, isn't it? And I think in future episodes we're gonna have like a class type leaderboard. So we're gonna have Class A, Class B, Class C, and it's gonna be determined by the performance index within Forza Motorsport 7. Each car gets a class depending on how it's benchmarked within the game, and then what we can do is we can put all the A-class cars against one another and all the B-class cars. So realistically, you'd have like the Civics, which are on the leaderboard now, on their own leaderboard, and you'd have like the supercars like the 911 Turbo S and the GTR on their own leaderboard, and so forth. It's just categorising cars more closely together, so cars are really competing against other cars which are like themselves, if you know what I mean. So it'll make the leaderboards a lot more interesting, a lot more fair. But for now, because there's only such a few number of cars up there, we'll leave it as it is just for a few more episodes, and then that's when we'll bring out more leaderboards, which I think will be more interesting. So if you did like this episode of the Hotlapper, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff so my YouTube channel gets seen by more people. I know it's a little different, isn't it? It's I don't think there's anything else quite like this, hot lapping cars and sticking them on leaderboards and making like a little show out of it. It's just a little hobby of mine, something to pass the time. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, do give me that like and subscribe and share to someone. And I'll see you in the next episode on Friday. And I think what we'll be doing is probably bring out a Ferrari or Lamborghini and see if we can take the Porsche off that top spot. If not, we'll see how it compares with the rest of the other cars. So thank you, and I'll see you next time.